So it appears that I didn't get the memo that I guess black people, African descent, African Americans were not going to be participating in the No King protest, right? So of course I haven't really been paying attention to, I've been looking at it, but I just kind of sort of found out that there's been this division as it relates to support and all that. So I'm sort of in a quandary, right? Because I'm sort of kind of a mix up of cultures. My maternal grandmother is Cuban. My sister-in-law and one of my best friends are Colombian. My son-in-law is white. One of my nephews are half white. My grandchildren are now half white. So now I'm wondering, so what do I do? Not participate or what? I get it though. I get it. I know what's going on and why, because certainly had people of African descent received this sort of support from the other groups when we were, or our people, or our ancestors were going through their challenges, then certainly, we would have put an end to this long time ago. So no, of course the other thing too is, if chances are if we go and do some of the things that we see happening, we'll get arrested and they won't. So why put ourselves in harm's way? I get it. So then, what do we do then? How can we show solidarity for people in general, just people who are not so wealthy that they can think they can just dictate how things are going to happen and treat us, the regular people, like crap, right? So what do? Well, there's something that we can show some solidarity in as a people, right? And let me just say that I don't know how long the planning took place for all these protests, No King protests to happen, but it was put together rather quickly. Usually people have to, they tell you, you have to do things, you have to plan it in months, and I'm like, you don't need months to plan all these things, not with no's. Anyway, the speed at which that was planned and organized, it couldn't have been more than a month would be long, right? A month would be long, but still. So anyway, moving forward. We as a people have some other issues now. And I know it is very difficult for us to kind of wrap our minds around how we're going to deal with it, but we can deal with it. And let me tell you how we're going to deal with it, how we can deal with it if we choose to. See, protests work. And what we have to realize is the politicians work for the businessmen. They don't work for us. So rather than us dealing with the business, the politicians who deal with the businesses, how do we deal with that as a people? Because see, we're in a bit of an issue right now, especially Jamaica. The U.S. is deporting over 4,000 criminals or people who have committed crimes of whatever nature, many of which are sexual offenses, and they are deporting them, putting them in. Now, Jamaica's prisons, as you can already imagine, are already overcrowded and horrific to me. And they're sending 4,000 more people back. Okay? Haiti is going through its thing. So the only two really African-led countries, supposedly, on the planet are under attack economically, and of course we're wondering how we can get out of this. Well, we do have an out. The out is really looking at some of the issues. I'm going back to Marcus Garvey's time, when Marcus Garvey was fighting for worker rights.